Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. Get this vehicle nice and clean and let's get our day started. Yo, yesterday was kind of crazy. It was absolutely fucking insane. Such absolute misery followed by such glee. Such is the life of a marshal. Oh my God. You good?
Yes, sir.
Forehead?
Me? No, definitely not, sir. My name's Doug.
That's crazy. You really did change.
I can step out of the vehicle to see.
Oh my God. The fuck happened to him? Jesus Christ, man's been out of a gang for a week and he's changed so much. Maybe this is a good thing for him, you know? Chat, give me a 1 if you saw the Skipper Brian conversation last night. Give me a 2 if you have not. Pretty. I think I'm gonna get rid of the white chat. Jessica's around. She's been awake all. Did she go to sleep? I quite liked the white, but now that there's no snow, I feel like I should change it. I like the gray, personally. Oh. Oh. What? What the? And now that's got me thinking. Let's go to Rockford. And let's confront Denzel. I don't know if he's around on the weekends.
Hello.
Hey, Denzel.
Hi, Brian.
I have a very, very important question to ask you.
Okay.
I need to know the truth.
Yes.
Even if you think you may have fucked up. All right?
Okay, what's happened?
Do you remember the conversation we had about what might happen?
What do you mean, what might happen?
You know, with the laptop?
Yes.
Have you told anyone? If you have, it's fine. I need to know. That's more important.
No, so my like, there's people around me that are aware, like the cabinet are aware, because like I say, I was.
God,
it's not just
fuck.
you. It's not just you that knows about that, because
God,
I reported it because I was called by Charlie, like I told you.
Okay.
This isn't just. This is not like this. This
the
isn't
reason.
some,
The reason I ask isn't that it's known, but rather where it came from.
I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't around for the majority yesterday. So.
Oh my god! Fuck. Okay.
Why, what's happened?
Before we get to that, okay, so could you play it out for me? Because I'm trying to track, like, mentally what the information flow looked like.
Do you want me to come to you so we're not doing it on the phone?
Yeah. Come to Rockford.
Whereabouts are you? Right, what, like the
rooftop?
Okay, fuck, right, I'll be there in a sec.
All right,
wait.
a bit. Bye. Chat, Brian already knows that he's the one that went talking 1000% because Brian did not tell that. I'm very good with who I tell what to. I very specifically told very particular people. I already know it came from him, right? Who precisely, we don't know, but part of me is doing this to make him spin and to, like, learn a very valuable lesson, because based on that skipper conversation, whomever did, like, went hyper spread the information around. So I wouldn't say Brian necessarily cares it's out there. It's how it got out there. Because it's less about this thing, right? Eventually people are going to know. It's more about future things that get out. Does that make sense? Okay, this has got to be the other one. Let me see if there's a camera here. I don't see any other cameras here. Do I hear him?
Hey.
All right. So I want to kind of, like, reiterate this. It's fine. At the end of it, it's not about this. It's about what's said in the future.
Absolutely.
But
I'll be honest, I've been thinking about it as I've come over here, and I can pretty much give you there was 3 times, well, no. So there's like 3 groups of people that know. I mean, not groups, but so I received a phone call from Charlie while I was in my office. There was one person in there with me. Obviously I didn't realize who it was at the time. Then I explained the voice to the person. You know, they seemed to be aware of who it was. They spoke about, they asked me what what I wanted to do as the mayor. I said something about, obviously I'm looking to restore the economy, and that's what he picked up on, right? He said, I like the sound
Charlie
of that.
did.
Yes.
Fuck. Okay.
And I said, well, what do you mean by that? He went, restore, you know? He said, I can't remember exact phrasing. He said something about it's a time for like a reset or something, right? So I was a bit sketched out. So the person in the office with me was, she goes by the name Peggy. So I spoke to, obviously I didn't really think anything of it. But then I spoke to, I think it was LSPD at the time, just about the conversation. Just to make people aware that I had it, right?
Oh, the laptop, right? Or the...
No, so the laptop was like a day or 2 days after. So I have. Yeah. So I didn't see the laptop first. I'm
going to tell you how bad it is. See,
okay.
You recognize right after our conversation, over the next not even 48 hours, gangs are now stocking up gold.
What?
Yeah. Now, I say this not because at the end of the world, this isn't like, who cares, right? I mean, I care, but it's not the end of the world, right? If this fear gets out and people have changed, I'm bringing this up to you more to make you aware that someone you likely spoke to is not very discreet, right?
What gangs, may I ask?
A lot.
What?
Yeah. So someone went full fucking tea time, and I can tell you with certainty, I am very open about sharing certain things, right? Because certain things that I deem inactionable, I deem okay for myself and other marshals to effectively keep people appraised of, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, right? It's disappointing for me if I've got people that I'm telling things to in confidence, right? Like trying to. So this is the biggest complaint of people in a mayoral cabinet, right? Mm-hmm. They don't get kept in the loop. Then as soon as you keep them in the fucking loop about stuff, they go and or as soon as you involve them in something, right? They then go and spread the shit all around the city, causing situations like this. If it's happened from the cabinet.
It's the same thing in the PD. They will cry left, right, and center about not knowing things, but it's because they don't keep their eyes and ears open, despite having 90% of it. And the moment, they get involved, their interest is only tea time and not actually doing the work or being responsible. So I can definitely relate.
So yeah, the only inkling I had to what you said, obviously when you said about the they threatened to do that prior, was, I suppose obviously I had hints at it from them before you said that to me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which I didn't really think much of. That laptop appeared 2 days afterwards, and the first person that called me in regards to that laptop was Peggy. She says, this laptop was, have you put a laptop here that was not on your desk prior? And I went, well, okay, I'll get back to you. I can't remember what I was doing at the time, so I'd not been to the office.
Yeah, it's, I mean, Peggy is reasonable. If we're going to be honest, it could be JJ.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it could be someone else, right? But like I said, I'm not here to go and even directly point blame. That's not my intention, but rather to bring this up so that you are aware for your own good, right? And specifically, look, if something's shared with you in confidence and then you tell someone about it and they're going and yapping about it, that might fuck you in the future. Not because, just to be clear, not because, we're going to come after you, but God knows what you're working with. You're intending it to be kept within your cabinet and it just gets out. But
no, I think the worst thing is that, Ron, I don't think I've just trying to think back, I haven't spoke to anybody about what we spoke about when we went up to the observatory. So all this has come from what they've interpreted from what's happened prior, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think back.
Yeah, so
and that's why I had the marshals come and check out the laptop, right? Because I was very suspicious of its origins. And there was a lot of speculation kind of within the cabinet.
I will tell you this without diving into the source or whatever, but the timeline places it to around the time we had the conversation about the potential of the Faceless draining our accounts, right? Which was a theory. And as a consequence, hoarding gold began right around then. Now, I don't think it was derived from the laptop, because had it been, these, you know, this would have been brought to light prior to that. There is still the possibility, reasonably, that the Faceless themselves told gangs. I just don't think so. It's you know, it's kind of like just so perfectly aligned. It likely was a consequence of that. And like I said, I don't think I want to, you know, make this a bigger deal than it is, but I figured I'd let you know. You know, just, you know, in case it becomes helpful down the line. So,
well, I mean, I can't have
I'll
that
put it
happening,
this
you
way:
know?
not even my marshals, but 1 or 2, even know about that theory. So it hasn't been written down in a report. It hasn't been openly spoken about. You know, I brought it to y'all's attention as a, you know, in case that shit goes down. I mean, for all we know,
How has it gone throughout the whole city so quickly?
I don't know. I mean, that's how it works. It's
I can't
one of the
understand
reasons
people talk, right? But that's crazy.
No, it's bad. There's a lot of complaints that will sometimes come about SASM and why we keep things to ourselves. It's because, look, I'm going to give you an example, right? Yesterday, we arrested a Faceless, see that right there?
Yeah.
That's one of 6 known antennas that are currently used by the Faceless. I brought you up here.
Okay.
That connects to a series of satellites around the city. To what end, we don't yet know. Now, we witnessed a buzzard 2 days ago, as we have previously, land right there and begin to do what looked like maintenance. It usually follows a power outage for 5-10 minutes, followed by the repairs or additional satellites being placed. Now, we followed it, we got in Air 1, and we captured the guy alive. It took 2 airplanes, or it took 2 helicopters to do so, because that thing is nimble and it causes us to burn a lot of fuel. So we followed it with one, swapped with another, chased him through the water after he parachuted, eventually apprehended him. Turns out to be a ex-Darkstone agent who tried to infiltrate the Faceless. We could confirm that. After retrieving a significant amount of intelligence, we released him. Because we were able to confirm he had truly was trying to infiltrate the Faceless, and we're not going to try to get this guy killed. The next day, we receive a phone call, 911's desperately asking for me as he was being chased down by Faceless assets. This is yesterday morning. We save him. We then go out of our way to ensure that no one knows his location. Even further, we make it look like he got put into Bolingbrook in case the Faceless go and look for him in there. And then, without using names, a bunch of dumb fucks, after I left him alone for 10 minutes, waiting for them to be extracted to a fucking rental car, let him walk the fuck out, and just get in a car and drive off. And they were captured within 10 minutes. And then the individual was executed down at the scrapyard. One of these assets was, one of the Faceless assets was captured with the hot gun. And And then after the course of 4 hours, I went around asking who the fuck collected evidence and who's holding on to it. While the faceless asset rots in jail on a 24-hour hold. The reason I tell you all this is word spread around really quick, because it happens in PD too, right? And some of this information, including what I'm sharing with you, will very, very quickly get into the wrong hands, right? People are fucking criminals. People are like friends with them, and you get that, right? But that is why shit needs to be kept like lock and key. Even within the marshals, not every marshal has access to everything, right? If you're working archivist, you have access to those records. If you're working faceless, you're getting access to that. And the minimum bar is, are you producing? And if you can't produce, no tea for you. You know what I mean?
I think the thing with me is it's disappointing, right? I think you try and surround yourself with people that you think you can trust, but it almost feels like not everybody's happy with what they're given. They use information to try and I don't know, get themselves into different circles, or act like they know stuff, not quite understanding the damage it can do.
Yep, that's you are hitting the nail on the head. Yeah, it's just how it is.
I think like we discussed the other day, there's lack of people taking a lot of this shit seriously, and there's one thing that you do have my word on. I am taking it as seriously as it is, right? I think people being shot with sniper rifles, all the bombings that I've been having, like to me that's serious business.
Yeah, it's
I think it needs to be treated, in that way. Obviously, I appreciate, you involving me in what you're, in what you tell me.
Hey, I'm Ocean King.
What?
Oh, I thought you were wondering why I'm on the roof right now. Sorry.
I don't even know where you are.
Oh, easy. Is it emergency?
No, I was just going to talk to you about the other property.
Yes. Let me give you a ring. Give me 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whenever
Easy.
you're free.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Sorry, you're saying?
But I think as far as yeah, I mean this it definitely opens my eyes to a few things. I'm just going to make sure that everything that not like I say, not that I think I've said anything that you've told me to other people, but just in just other things that are happening, right? Like phone calls that I'm receiving and stuff like that. Maybe not everybody can handle such sensitive information, so maybe they shouldn't be privy to what's going on. Maybe I'll just confide in the people that can.
Everybody has friends. Everyone has family. It's why Chris Peters no longer works for SASM. And that's just a reality we live with, right? We live in a city where, you can shoot each other on each other's turf and then slap asses robbing a bank truck. It's just so, sharing sensitive information is pretty in everyone's blood. Look,
I mean, yeah, but I think, since I've been in this position, I've asked myself a few questions. Like how did I end up here? What made me want to do this? Why did I decide to take this avenue?
Do you like that? Slapping asses robbing a bank truck?
I think I've realized that a lot of people are very much just in it for themselves. One day you can have been as loyal to somebody, give them your word, and you can be 100% transparent and honest with your intentions. But it doesn't mean that they ever will be. And sometimes putting trust in people, especially in this city, and actually believing they're going to follow through and they'll have your back when the time comes, is probably one of the biggest mistakes you can make. I don't truly believe that I have anybody in this city that I can truly trust anymore. And that's just me being 100% transparent with you.
Yeah. Trust me, we have similar feelings within the department. We just have to navigate appropriately. And And unfortunately, in a lot of cases, we can't even be honest with said individuals. I'll tell you this much. We have 2 marshals we're probably going to be letting go. And unless they change in the next... Get up to a wall. I heard a helicopter.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Yeah, look, we're even getting rid of we're going to be getting rid of 2 marshals just because they're not hitting up the snuff for similar reasons. It's just necessary, right? There's 3 other departments people can go to. There's just a certain mindset and requirement. It's like you said, it's hard to trust folks. Look, I'll tell you this much. Some of the biggest damage, the most difficulty for dealing with the faceless has been the PD and those that you would think are allies against them. Without going into too much detail.
I'll be completely transparent with you. I thought the biggest aid to the faceless was the inability of the PD as a whole to kind of work together without any kind of bickering and communication. But I'm going to be honest, Brian. I can hear a helicopter.
Oh, it's civilian. Just Frogger.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I know people have complained about the marshals keeping things to themselves and not giving all the information. But during these 4 weeks that I've had as mayor, I'm going to be honest now. I understand why.
Yeah, it's the sad thing, and I promise this: 80, if not 90%, of faceless reports are normal PD reports. 90% of them, the actual PD high commands are involved. The problem is, even when I'm telling you what I'm doing now, I'm just paying attention to what's happening each and every time and making speculative, estimated guesses as to what is occurring. Ming is kidnapped is a known thing. The why is he kidnapped is merely speculative. I believe they want him as leverage over the besties. This is not something I'm going to put in a report, but will be seen as something I am not sharing. But what I'm not sharing is simply a speculative thought. And that's the bit that 99% lack. If it doesn't have a fucking button on it, it's people don't know what to do, right?
Yeah, I mean, I divulged some information about the government account and finances, and just in regards to the ins and outs of it, and the 1 week projections, we were down by 20 million. I told that to a room full of officers, and then within the next couple of hours, I'm met with numerous LSPD officers running up to me saying, "Enzo, what's happening with the accounts? We're really." Why are we down bad? What's happening to the county?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to be honest, the day that happened, that completely opened my eyes to, unfortunately, why you can't tell anybody anything.
No, there's no sanctity to it.
I mean, it was just such a small thing that didn't need to happen, but it had almost been blown and twisted out of proportion within less than an hour of me telling people.
Right.
And completely twisted into something that it wasn't, and everybody.
And now you got a fucking headache, right?
Yeah,
It's what did Denzel do? And it's like,
Yeah.
well, fuck me for trying to be, trying to include folks, and now you're turning it against
100%.
me.
No, I get it, right?
No,
and that's my biggest thing was inclusion, right? Where I didn't want to kind of keep out anybody that was on my cabinet. I mean, it's tough enough to join.
He's
one,
learning.
not alone if you're not the mayor and you don't get included and stuff, right? But at the same time, if you can't be trusted, if you've proven that you can't be trusted, then why
I
the fuck
actually
would I
believe
continue
he's
to involve?
learning.
Obviously you have my word now. I mean, I don't believe I did in the first place, but anything that you say to me, including this conversation, will never go any further than me.
Yeah. Look, I
Because
believe you, and I say that because I've experienced that, and I know that it takes a while to realize like how quickly things move and how otherwise good people just, I don't know. Look, yesterday I got a tip, and we dispatched 4 marshals to Polito, and we witnessed Mr. Blue on a tugboat with 4 guards, black masks, and a shitload of faceless assets.
Who is Mr. Blue?
Oh. You really haven't. They really didn't tell you anything, did they? That's so all right. So you have the faceless, right? I keep has no one approached you about this? Did they just say they don't know anything?
So after me kind of pulling for information on this Charlie guy, right? He told me his name was Charlie. Apparently he's the leader of the faceless. And then I read it. It told me to look at a newspaper, and I saw this paper that said the Enigma of Charlie, and he was a gentleman wearing all black in a white.
Chad, what the fuck?
As far as I'm aware, there's been no mention of Mr. Blue.
Okay.
I think. I mean, Brian, if what you're saying is true, the whole LSPD and thing has been to pretend that they know nothing, to be blissfully ignorant,
just to fucking cry, kick, and scream.
Just to make it's just to make you look worse. To be honest, I'll be transparent with you, right? That's the only reason to do it. No. Is to make it to seem that you're not cooperating.
I think it's worse than that. I think eventually it was weaponized, right, to just make a political thing, but this has been an issue for a long time. I'm going to give you the full rundown of things. When I came back to PD about, like, I don't know, back in December, and I have quite literally have receipts that I'm starting to wonder if I should just give them to you, so that you can call it out if necessary. I was simply interested in patrol. That's it. I got looped into the faceless shit primarily because I was attending these things where, at the time it'd be Richard Dark. In fact, actually, the first report for faceless ever written was by me because I responded to Larry at his bodega getting chased by an Apache, and I witnessed a bunch of dumb fucks chase Marty and stuff instead of that were trying to defend themselves instead of dealing with a fucking attack helicopter. And when I say there were no attack helicopters, I mean there was none. So I want you to imagine that for a second. There's a fucking attack helicopter that hasn't been seen for fucking years, and PD is chasing Marty's friends because they saw a class 2 instead. So I scream at everyone on radio. Half of them have never were shocked. 3 went off duty simply for me being like, what the fuck are you doing chasing them instead of the attack helicopter? Fast forward. We are now getting, these tip-offs from God knows where that there's these faceless missions with fucking buzzards and attack airplanes and yada da da da. And Denzel, we were not collecting, we were getting the evidence, and we weren't even bringing in these assets for questioning. for months. I want you to just perceive that for a second. Fucking World War III for 3 hours. And no one did shit.
Right. So this has been going on a lot longer than anybody knows.
Yes. It was being left. And it wasn't that the information wasn't there. Any officer could have picked the blood up. Any officer has the DNA of Benji Ramos, Ray Romanoff, Brandon Valentino. This is shit we've known forever. But no one took action. As soon as the situation ended, it was over and then off to the next bank truck, right? That's where my interest came. I was in BCSO. I started the detective task force to solve the very problem that is being complained about. In it, there would be a rep in BCSO, a rep in LSPD, such that every single investigation, be it Faceless, be it Archivist, be it fucking Moonshine, had a lead, and that both departments would have someone who would pass the information on, right? Simple concept, right? If you have a head of finance in your department, you're going to presume they tell all the other finance people. They don't need to go to the fucking mayor. It kept getting refused. The information flow is there. The same concept exists with the marshals. Every department has people, detectives, tagged into every investigation. But it is not my fucking job to go to each and every cop and tell them what's going on. It's the independent departments that should be doing that. All these SOPs, all the names, they're in a report. I'm gonna go talk to my command, rest of my command, see if we should just hand them to you, just so you got something to, date, time stamped, you name it.
I think there's a level, like I said, a level of like blissful ignorance, right, where people think acting like they don't know looks bad on, other people.
Radio check.
And I think they're doing it for a reason,
Yeah. So you asked about Faceless, right? Mr. Blue is the Faceless is you've got investors. The Faceless is a wing of some fraction of the investors. Mr. Blue, as there is a Mr. Green, Mr. White, like fucking Power Rangers, right? Mr. Blue is sort of like the head of operations in San Andreas. He is the individual that birthed the Faceless getting a footprint in San Andreas about 1.5 years ago, or reestablishing it. We know that he functions directly with Nest. Charlie is like his general. Charlie's foot soldiers started, and Mr. Blue's foot soldiers started with Brandon, Frederick White, Edgar de Castillo, pretty much the 3 Paws guys. Over time, they established more of a foothold, and thus came like the Faceless app. Let me show you how it looks like.
What's the word?
Pop that open. Not too much. Having a chat with the mayor up on the Rockford Plaza roof.
10-4.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Now that one right there only goes to a video. Type in Echelon. I think that's the password. Chat, what's the password again?
Is it caps?
Yeah, capital. ECELON in caps.
Yeah, it's working.
As this loads, keep in mind that the Faceless initially did not have this application. Eventually, it went online. Eventually, it was operating out of the Epsilon building. Eventually, that data was then being migrated to Life Invader, which is when the attack happened. And now it is happening in an inaccessible location through this communication network.
This is that house that party was thrown at, no?
Yep. And multiple members of law enforcement witnessed a murder and didn't do shit about it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't go to it, but somebody told me that, like, I'm going to be honest, somebody told me that, like, just through nonchalantly, that this is a Faceless house. Like,
it is.
I watched the video.
Yep. Go for it. Echelon is the communication network, FYI. And this is its final stage. I'm being very blunt. I mean, what, like... I enjoy blunt, Brian. There's no time to sugarcoat. You know what I mean? A time to sugarcoat would we have like general competency in the department. Like sitting around and sugarcoating things is like a waste of time. I don't have time to sugarcoat. Sugarcoating is speaking for 10 minutes when you can speak for one, dancing around the issue as opposed to just saying, no, that is shit.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah. So now I want you to imagine, if I could get that back, if you could imagine that instead of a video, you instead see an interface, used not just to put hits out on individuals, but to instruct particular individuals based on their login, rendezvous points, etc., coordinate effectively attacks on the city, or transports of whatever payload, anything from weapons to nuclear arms to chemicals to whatever the fuck they need to do whatever the fuck they're planning next.
What does that video mean to you? Like, does it play into something bigger?
Echelon is the building in the video. People, what they call the faceless house. Initially, there was no network. Eventually, that network likely operated out of the basement in that house, eventually migrating to one of their properties, the Epsilon building. The Epsilon building, where the network and the system grew stronger, and like I said, to Life Invader, to eventually to an unknown location operated through this and many other antennas and dishes around the city.
I'm just gonna say, is there more to that video than there seems?
Always. Are you familiar with the Life Invader attack?
No. Well, actually, I know a robot got attacked there. No, not the PD bot, the Chronicle thing.
Yes.
I read that in the paper.
Frank and Nora were kidnapped. There was an attempt to give them access to their Chronicle bot. It was taken down, and an article of me was put up. That was to make everyone think that's all it was. The true intention was to upload their network and data to that final location, wherever it is. The location in which Mr. Blue and his bosses, whom are unknown, can kick off, whatever it is that they want to, fucking collapse the financial system or whatever it may be. Now, here's so when you think of Mr. Blue, think of him as the boss, which is
so Charlie isn't the boss.
No. Some may call him the boss, but it all ties back to Mr. Blue. And who he works for is unknown, likely investors. Like I said, they're a function of, they're like a hired like syndicate. And yesterday was the first time I have seen him, and I could verify based on my short conversation as my helicopter pulled up next to his. And I told him to pull over the fucking boat. Unfortunately, he and his guards ended up, going into international waters. And we couldn't follow with our tank. So and he was there with about 8 other faceless assets. And we do have names. So
just a bit more so obviously with everything that's going on and what they plan to do, if you said they told you about threatening to wipe the accounts. I mean, when did
they didn't.
What's the timeline?
They haven't. Even that is purely speculation, right?
Right, okay.
And that's the bit that, going back to what I said, is people think we keep away from them. It is speculation based on a series of things that we're aware of. And our speculation's been quite good. We've hit the nail on the head, like I'd say 70 to 80% of the time. Which is why, unlike 6 months ago, when we would respond to maybe one faceless incident every 2 weeks, because we were tipped off by Darkstone, we've been actively finding them in operation. Like yesterday, like the day we saved Ming. They cannot hide.
So is it the same kind of speculation that, when he would call me, ask me what I stand for, I said I'm about restoring the economy, which I obviously was talking about the grand system and how it was abused and all that kind of stuff. And then he said, I like that word you mentioned. He liked the word restore. And then he said, maybe you can help me with a reset. I think that's what he said, something like that.
And we learned yesterday that the archivist, he told me in his own words, when he was speaking to me on the phone, with Charlie watching from a distance, that him and the Faceless align on something, a thing that is awaiting him to complete, a thing that, very similar word usage, may reset. Let me give you the exact quote. I wrote it down. Got 40 notepads open. Look, you use some fucking word like that. So I think it's reasonable to presume that is what they're planning. But like I said, usually they're quite forward about what we think is going to occur. And while that may still end up happening, their true plans are usually hidden.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously with what you told me when you straight up said what your speculation was, I can promise you that I don't think that's gone anywhere. But just in regards to obviously what I was told, and then I speculated, with the people that were in the room at the time, what that might mean. Like my cabinet were 100% aware of that conversation about the people that were there.
Yeah.
I mean, also what I would say is, so if this is their plan, right, and you and me both know that they involve, people from all across the city, various walks of life, all different gangs, right? Is there a chance this could have kind of been leaked on the other end? If all the gangs are now storing the gold, and they ran back to their,
It's possible. Like I said, I sort of brought this up as a be careful. You know what I mean? Not everyone is whom you may realize. And even those that are fighting the faceless will fucking suck their dick off just to fuck over cops, right? So
yeah, I mean,
and I'm being rather vague there just because I'm not trying to,
Oh no, I mean, I've had numerous conversations with people that there was a point in my life, right, where I maybe never that much. I've never really had a hatred for the police. I mean, the stuff that I used to get involved in wasn't, necessarily, in the public eye anyway, right? I like to move in the shadows, should we say? But the amount of people that are still stuck in the ways of, fuck the cops, even if it gets to a point of the whole city being blown up by terrorists, to me, I just don't understand that mentality. But hey, that's where some people, that's where their loyalties are.
Or there's a lot of bank truck Andys, both cops and crims. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, it kind of like, I mean, people look at the faces, whether you're a cop or a criminal, expect us to push some buttons and some pops out their fucking asshole.
It's going to affect them in the long run, right? They're not going to be doing any bank trucks if the city's been incinerated by terrorists.
Yep. Anyways, well, I hope this was helpful. Like I said,
yeah, it was. I mean, thank you for sharing it with me.
Yeah,
this will stay between us. You do have my word.
All right.
And I am a man of my word, Ryan. I mean that.
Okay.
Obviously, if there is anything that I can do in the short time that I have left to help you and assist you in any way, let me know. I'm fully down for assisting your efforts.
Two things. One is kind of be appraised. Like, I tell you this because there may be something. The thing I'm trying to get folks to understand in this is a hard sell, because working together is a difficult concept, I think, for many, is that it's like a puzzle piece. The marshals may have a lot, but that doesn't mean that the mayor's offices don't come across some. The besties don't come across some. New Babylon doesn't come across some. And unless we're willing to share the pieces to some degree, we're never going to see the full picture, right?
I agree.
And so, it could be something as simple as tomorrow your fucking laptop starts blinking. And it may be the difference between you giving myself or like Ruth a call and making sure that bubbles up and we react. Right?
Anything that I have to do with the faces will be coming straight to the marshals, and that's not saying that LSPD will be cut out.
Yeah.
You guys will just be, made aware as a first priority.
Yeah.
And you have my word on that.
Okay. Hell yeah. All right. Anyways. All right, Denzel. Thank you so much for your time.
No, thank you very much. I appreciate
stay
it.
safe. That was a good conversation. I think he meant it when he said that he'll mention something and all of a sudden, like, half the city knows. You learn that over time. Ah. Oh no, poor Dawn. She might have had to go to sleep.
Hello?
Hey. I was having a chat with the mayor of Los Santos, kind of keeping him appraised. I met Mr. Blue yesterday.
Oh.
That was an interesting situation, to say the least. So, I'll tell you all about that, but
hey.
raid.
Sorry.
I'm ready. I'm excited.
Okay. It is. Oh, 1 second. I've got so many things open because I've been just doing everything today.
Ready to check.
Report 39784. Okay, so my question was going to be for you.
Yep.
Should I? What suspicion of what crime am I leaving aiding and abetting an enemy of the state in there?
I'd say stockpiling or possession of class 1s or whatever, right? Like,
Yeah,
I
so
think the leaning should
currently,
be on.
I left it as it was, like aiding and abetting an enemy of the state, and I added weapon manufacturing, possession of illegal blueprints, possession of firearms, possession of drug paraphernalia.
Yes. Like, I'd say, given the fact, like, the big factor is they have the weapon component, like blueprint and da.
Yes.
Yeah,
and a
I wouldn't.
crafting
I don't
table.
know if I'd go as far as like weapons manufacturing because there was no weapon blueprint, right?
There was a blueprint for a silencer, which classes as weapon manufacturing.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Do you want me to take out aiding and abetting? Yeah, and just leave it as like the stuff we found in there.
Yeah. It should be stemming off of the stuff you found rather than, necessarily.
Okay.
Yeah. I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for item sort, should I leave it as firearms, illegal blueprints, drugs, and drug manufacturing equipment?
I think so. As long as you're substantiating
Nothing.
each and every one of those, it's better, Maeve, that you don't put more crime, but rather specific, the ones that we have the most PC on, like 2 or 3.
It's just because I've copied like
it
the
looks better
template
that
from
way.
The last one.
I say it looks better that way only because like if you put a lot of like it could be this, it sort of reads as unsuredness. Like it could be any one of these things, as opposed to saying like, okay, what are the 2-3 things that we have the most PC on?
Yeah.
And
could you open up 39784 for me and just have a look at that and see what you think?
39784. I'm gonna do you one better. Could you ask Sparks? I think I just heard her on radio to take a quick gander. Oh my God, we are up good right now. What the fuck? Okay, this is good. Yeah, if actually, I want you to ask Tog. He's shift 1.
Oh, he's right next to me.
Easy.
Okay. Cool. I'll ask him.
Absolutely awesome. Okay. Hell yeah.
All
right. And I am free whenever. Just let me know. I'm just kind of,
okay,
getting the day started and all that. So.
All right. Cool. No problem.
Easy.
There's a mime staring at me with binoculars. I must go.
Jesus. All right. You take care. Bye. All right.
10-9.
Just wrapping up over here. About to go do some patrol and look through some reports. I feel like there's a bunch I got to go fill out.
Copy that, Director. Thank you.
Hi, Key Chat. I wanted to go and get the last PSUs so I could get my Bitcoin farm going. In Tarky. So that I have something to like jump off of. Today may or may not be a short day, depending. I do want to take like kind of a half day, so depending on what shit's popping off, I'll make that decision. Oh my God, I finally got them. I need 2 more power cords. Because you have to understand, it takes like 2 days for this thing to actually make. Constructing 34 hours. I did it. Okay, now I can shut off the game with these. All right. Yeah, Tarkov's not over. I needed a break, but it's something that I'm going to play like a little bit every so often. I needed time away from Tarkov. 2 reasons. One is I did a lot of quests that were so fucking annoyingly grindy where you just like... Like, I think the dumbest... It has like a really shitty, dismissive, like non-addictive quest gates where like it's like you need to kill 8 individuals wearing this stuff with a shotgun, which is fine for people that speed run the game when the game first like drops, but you know, is ask for anyone that played at a casual rate. Like I played a lot of Tarkov, right? And even I was having trouble because by the time I did like setup, which is where it's like get 3 kills at 20 with a bolt action at 25 or less, or when I did setup where it's like get 8 kills with a shotgun and these clothes, it's like now everyone's got such good gear that you have to like, if you engage them normally, you're gonna get destroyed because they have better armor than you're gonna obviously be willing to bring. And even if you match their armor, their fire rate of their gun is gonna delete you. So you have to like camp. So that shit is fucking stupid. And so, yeah. Andre Tyson. Seymour Butts. Oh my God. Night.
Hello.
Oh, hey. Sorry about yesterday.
Drove away from me
Wait, when?
just now.
We did check.
10-2.
We were parked next
Do
to
we
the
have
stairs.
any certs or trainings in the near future?
Where I don't actually remember where I was just now.
You were parked next to stairs that people take to get on top of that building,
What building?
Rockford Plaza.
Oh! Yeah, sorry, I parked in a couple stairs. I got some food for you. Where are you? You still there?
At the train station nearby.
Oh, okay. Like downstairs?
Yes.
Fuck, I forgot to feed this guy.
I think there's something on Monday for us.
Okay.
Hello.
What are you doing? All right. There you go.
I'm hungry. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, no, we'll just put something in there. There you go.
Thought it was a gift for you, but thank you.
Oh, I thought.
Do you want guns and police equipment?
What do you mean?
I find them all the time.
Yeah, of course.
Directly west of the gas station on Route 68, on the beach next to a tree, is a police radio and 2 keys.
West of the gas station, off Great Ocean Highway, on the beach.
And Route 68, yes.
West of the junction, or
Directly west.
on the beach.
There's a tree that's split I found a radio and 2 keys.
Holy shit. Okay. Good work.
Directly across the street from your police station at the apartments is 3 machine guns in the bushes.
At the... Okay.
On the pier. Under the spinny thing.
Oh, yeah. The carousel.
Yes. In the dumpster, there's a revolver.
Okay.
At least there was yesterday when I tried to tell you.
Oh, yeah. Was dealing with a lot of things. Do you watch people go in their house with guns ever?
Why would I watch people go into their houses?
That's the best kind of information. Especially if they were previously or seen armed.
I see military helicopters off the coast all the time.
That's the most important thing to alert me of. What is it that you... What do you seek in life? Why do you...
Freedom.
Freedom from what? Fuck.
To do whatever I want.
Okay. Well, I can tell you that those people that fly those helicopters, the ones that do not have the words Marine on the side, or the Immigration Authority, those are the good guys. But the people that fly them that do not have those markings, they're looking to take away those freedoms.
If you say so.
Yeah. Yeah. This is good information.
Then I'd like more food.
Sure.
And cocaine.
Well, the cocaine I can't give you. The food
Can I
I
have a
can.
bomb?
Wait, sorry?
Can I have a bomb?
No, you cannot have a bomb.
Why does everyone say that?
What do you mean?
Every time I ask for a bomb, they always say no.
I mean, they're dangerous.
So, everyone else seems to have one.
Your safety is important to us. Surveillance cameras are posted, though not monitored.
You're not wrong. That is true. Oh, shit. Is there anything else you'd like from me? You've been doing good
No.
work. Okay. All right. I'll leave some food here for you every day, in case I don't hear from you.
Crowded train is not an excuse for inappropriate touching, no matter how tempting.
Okay. Where?
Right there.
Delver used to say the same thing, and I haven't seen him in a month.
Delver's faceless.
He has
I'm
a
kidding.
face. I've seen it.
Yeah. That was sorry, bad joke. You have a good day. Holy fuck. I just had one of my informants notify me of a bunch of police equipment he found, as well as a bunch of LMGs. Apparently a bunch of LMGs at the apartments just north of our PD. The statement was, in a bush at the apartments across from the marshal's office, there are 3 LMGs sitting in a bush.
Is anyone able to respond to that?
I'm going right now.
Copy.
Yeah.
I can in about 2 mics.
Dude. Bro.
On 6/10/41.
Hey. Good morning. Good morning.
Odd 30-10-7 meeting.
You said at the apartment, so I'm presuming he means these, right? I bet these are broken LMGs from way back when they first tried to raid this place like 3 months ago. Wonder what happened to the ADMC now that I think about it. Fucking. Oh, okay. Fuck Bush. Not really. The apartments across from the PD. He probably meant Marshall PD, no? It could be anything. Yeah. I mean, remember when they blew up the thing? It would make sense that they had like backup guns, but then if we didn't know that they existed, we may not have ever come across them. Salty Siren Tavern. Oh, I need to get Cuddle's stuff together today. I just remembered. She's going to be back Monday, so I want to make sure I get that done in advance because she's going to be sitting up there, and it's better that, you know, to RP serve the time because, you know, anytime someone gets put on a hold and the hold isn't like a hag, which I don't think it is in this case, it's going to be just be aiding and abetting and stuff. I'd rather not like they wake back up and now they're going to jail, right? I mean, I'll put them up there if they, well, she's going to wake up there anyways. But like, you know, up to her at that point. So it doesn't make sense that you hold someone longer than their actual prison sentence. In a bush. I didn't see any in the bush, not to say there isn't, but I did a pretty good sweep just now. I'm gonna go check the second location where there's apparently PD weapons and a radio. They told me west of the gas station on the junction of 68 and Great Ocean. Oh shit, Frank is around. Quango's around too. It's a nice, relaxing little activity this morning. Oh my God. Chat, is the stream okay? Wait, how long has my shit been fucked up for? What the fuck? Yeah, my chat wasn't even moving. Wait, what the fuck? Okay. I looked over, I'm like, why is my chat not moving? And then I noticed everything's red and everything's like slowed the fuck down. Okay, hold on. What the hell is happening? We good now? Holy shit. Archivist Monka S. Then you hear ha 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 ha. Faceless archivist. Wait, by the split tree. He mentioned the split tree. Is it here? You know what'd be fucked up if I was scuffed this entire time, chat? and like I couldn't peek anything, and I'm thinking like, man, where is this? This guy lied, but I've actually been scuffed and have to do it all over. This is definitely the split tree. Hey, Maeve.
Hey, Brian, did we ever hear back about what we're going to be washing machines in that place?
Oh, they were ready and then like shit popped off. I don't remember what, but
Okay.
yeah. But we can, if we want. I mean, we could always kick in those other doors and then make a call based on that.
Okay. So, is that like something that if we want to check behind those walls, do we need to wait for someone?
Yeah.
Okay. No problem.
Okay. Easy.
Oh, good. That's all I needed to know. I'm just finishing up the search warrant for the other one now.
Hell yeah. Did Tag help you?
Yes, he had a look at it, but he said he can't sign it because he's not come on.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I wanted like it's good to get like you know, folks that I know that don't see them often to get some eyes on it as well, you know. But there should be Springfield's around. She might be able to, if you want to send it her way or one of your command members, up to you.
Okay. I'll have it. Thank you.
Oh yeah, and I'm free whenever. I'm trying to take it easy. I am so busy today, so busy, and not looking to chill at all. Okay, look,
Okay.
I'm looking. I'm trying to make sure, like, because last time I said that on Saturday and it was insane.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So
Well,
in
I'm gonna
case
let you
they're
go.
listening. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Take care.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye. I'm gonna be awake for a long time. Scott, I don't think he's trolling me, surely, right? Or he's sitting in chat right now and he's like, yes. Is there more than one split tree? He said by the beach, directly west of the gas station. Split tree. I mean, what if it's this? I can see either of these being true. Yeah. You know what's so strange? Either and either are two different words, but they're spelled the same, but they're pronounced differently. Right? Or am I wrong about that? Because it's either, it could be either of those things, but either sounds better. It's like one of those strange, like, things that you just, yeah. English is a broken language. I'll have to re-engage him tomorrow. Read and read. Yep. English really is a fucked language. Wait, let's look over here just in case. Just so we're not like, you know. what's his name? Hey Flores, did you ever get your answer about the training?
Hey, firm, Skylar shared there might be something going on Monday.
Oh yeah. You have access to the training system, right?
Yes, hey, firm.
Awesome.
I just couldn't ascertain for some reason, but I'll double check it.
Okay. Yeah, there is a lot of development that is being done there, especially now that Snow's on board. We're gonna have we're gonna go pretty deep with it, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah, I'm game.
APC training, heli training, sniper training, all that kind of shit. Idea being that, like, inherently having a cert requires mil cert so that we have, like, interoperability between the different systems we got, right?
Yeah, Tim, that sounds good.
Wait, I gave him more extra food today.
Also, Director, my investigation is still ongoing. I'm sourcing footage and then might be preparing some charges. We'll see.
Ooh, good shit. Remind me, what is it?
Bobby Charles did mutual combat in the middle of his trial and pissed on an EMS. She's pushing charges.
What?
I saw that. Yes, he did do that.
I didn't even know that was a... What the fuck?
The long short of it is they got in mutual combat. Bobby got 2 charges of contempt for pissing on the person. He refused to stop pissing on him. The EMS is like, he's literally being drowned. Move, I need to do something. And then the Bobby peed on the EMS.
Are you hitting him with, like, indecent exposure or whatever that charge is too?
Oh yeah, it'll be indecent exposure, you know, all the relevancy.
God.
Flores, can you check to see if there's PC for battery of a government employee? Because that's technically battery in a lot of jurisdictions. But
I would wholeheartedly agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, and if the judge issued contempt for that reason, I mean, that's like a star witness as well, you know, so.
Copy.
This is not what I was expecting. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm handling it pretty independently just because, you know, once the evidence is collected, it's pretty open and shut, but yeah.
What the fuck? Has Bobby been gone to jail for the ruling, or was the ruling ever made?
Ruling was made. He fled amidst the Green Gobbler, from what I read, bombing the room and the judge.
Wait, is there any indication he's in communication with him and that was coordinated? Because that would be terrorism, possibly. Because Faulkner, oh my God. Because Faulkner, okay, maybe I'm overcooking here, but could have been unrelated, but it's,
Wait, 10-9, sorry.
it's got me realizing, like, what if Bobby coordinated that?
Could be a possibility. I mean, the guy flew in on a hover bike.
Oh my God, imagine Bobby gets
flew up
terrorism.
Falconer, so I really don't know.
And there's that new charge, right? Where, like, you target a judge over a judicial ruling. If there's any, like, text messages with Bobby that indicate such a thing or any form of coordination.
This also all stems from a
Listen
incident
here,
that
you
other people
marshals.
are facing charges for too, right? Isn't it Carmine?
Sorry, 10-9 that?
Is the same incident that Bobby's facing charges for, or I guess face charges for,
firm.
the same as Carmine's?
Kind of, like, it's from the same scene, yeah. Actually, Bobby, Carmine, and Pred are all interrelated.
Interesting. Okay. Might be Might be worth a while to try and prove association with this gobbler. I don't know.
Yeah, like if you got a subpoena for the day of, you know, is.
Yeah, exactly.
Director.
How you doing, Springfield?
Doing great. We suspended a judge this morning.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I got the Chief Justice Angel out there, and headed by Richard Dark, we got Dion Walker suspended.
Oh, finally. Suspended
And probably the
from
most-
from what? He doesn't do his job.
From the DOJ. Well, exactly.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
He made the most
Can you
hilarious
suspend? Can you
fafo.
suspend someone that doesn't actually, you know, have
Yeah, because
anything?
imagine this. He was actually making like 200 grand a week.
What?
Not doing anything. Yeah, I gotta get the exact numbers, but he made a lot of money and didn't do a single thing.
Oh my God. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Keep going. Like, what are the circumstances?
Of the suspension? Well, it comes from a raid of his house. That was probably
What?
the funniest. It was probably the funniest fafo. So Richard Dark has been putting those little dome cameras out in Mirror Park for one of his investigations.
Okay.
And one of his housemates inside of the house stole one of the dome cameras and installed it inside the judge's house. And so Dark and crew drove around the area honking their horns, listening for it through the cameras until they identified exactly which house it was coming from. Wrote a search warrant, reached inside, found the camera inside. And inside the house was a bunch of gun racks all over the walls. And multiple crafting benches with labels on them, with different initials on them, a whole hidden basement area.
Oh, I see. He knew that it was his. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
They also found a second one of his cameras inside the property.
I would have a problem with this, if I'm going to be honest, if it wasn't Dark. If it was
Right?
another cop, I would say.
Because it's Dark, I actually trust it because the
Yeah.
level of attention to detail on his pettiness is so
Well,
hilarious.
it's not because of that. It's because Dark is mostly not corrupt.
Yeah.
And I say mostly in that, like, homie goes around with a fucking listening device, even though that's inherently against the Constitution. But
Well, that's concerning. But
yeah. But in this
This is pretty
particular
funny
case, I don't
nonetheless.
think he would have made up that this was his camera. But if you replace
No.
this with like 90% of like LSPD, I'd be raising an eyebrow because this would set a very dangerous precedent. Given you could walk into a house, plant a camera, and now you're raiding them.
yeah, that's true. Although getting inside the house in the first place might be a little difficult. But
Well, how? You just
totally
say,
get it.
hey, man, hey, you mind letting me in? And then it's like, oh, okay. And then you just, bloop. Like, for
Yeah.
example, you know the camera that someone planted over here? Oh, which turned out to be Ember, by the way.
wait,
So-
in here? How did that
Yeah,
happen?
someone brought Ember in here. I don't know for what reason. She could be making a statement. But Ember admitted to placing a camera that we found here and was here for God knows how long until it was removed.
Damn.
So, yep. Yep.
Well then.
But so wait, what? So, okay. Okay.
Well, Angel was not happy because he was very uncooperative and
Really?
ended up suspending him. Oh yeah. When they got there, a bunch of people from
I don't know
Ravens
if I
were
like
in the
this raid
house.
warrant. I'm not going to say it. Can I be honest with you? I actually don't
Yeah.
like this raid warrant, even if it is Dark.
I mean, I do, but
Well,
I understand the precedents that you're.
it's not even
talking about.
precedent. I'm just kind of like thinking about it. Like, like, I would not have signed this personally, and because here, I don't want to take away from what Dark did here, but if the owner was a known criminal and there was a pattern of criminality, sure, but a camera that anyone could have planted, like, I feel like this is something I would have leaned on. Yo, you have this, give this to me. For it to transpire into a raid.
Now, to be fair, the search warrant was only for the camera. No searching any storages or anything like that.
Yeah, we're never gonna accept something like this, just to be clear, right? I think
I don't anticipate this kind of thing happening normally.
Yeah,
but
the tonality of this is not appropriate, in my opinion. However, that is, I'm going to give you an example, right? And it's important to relay this to you so you understand the expectations that I have, right? For our department is there are a lot of things we can do. The question becomes, is it reasonable and appropriate, right? And for me, do I think Dion's a piece of shit? 100%, right? But he has no history of criminality. Most of it is presumption, right? Presumption that even I stand by.
Yeah.
And if I, in this situation, and my expectation would be any marshal in this situation, were to learn that my suggestion would be, you called them, hey, you have my fucking camera, I need that back, otherwise I will. Absent that, to raid a property for it is excessive.
Oh, don't get me wrong, I agree there. I would have just called them and been like, hey, I think my camera's in your
phone. And that's the important bit, right? Now, if this was like a faceless asset, right? Or like an archivist or something like in that realm of like big boy, then you look for anything, right? Like, and oh shit, unknown number. Hang tight. Right.
Hello.
Hey, I went to both locations. I didn't find either.
They're still there. I just checked.
What? Okay,
directly across the street in the bushes. It's a PDW and 2 machine pistols.
PDW and 2 machine pistols. You're across from the marshal's office?
Correct.
Okay, maybe it's my like fucking eyeballs or something. Okay.
Walk, don't run.
Okay, understood. All right, easy. Take care. Well, we'll grab it in a sec. Springfield. Yeah. So, yeah. So the tonality of it, right? Like, is because
no, I get you.
Yeah. It just
not something I would have. Like I said, if it was me, I would have reached out professional manner and been like, hey, I would like that camera back, please.
Yeah. I'm just kind of like, it's not even whether they do it. It's just, yeah, like I said, it seems a little excessive. What came out of it afterwards? And then,
well, they found the camera, and while they were breaching, apparently,
I don't know. Maybe
there was in plain
maybe I'm wrong about
whole
this
series of gun racks, and apparently the Chief Justice nodded that it was okay that gun racks are plain view.
I agree with that 100%.
So they searched it, found some guns.
Yes.
And he's writing a search warrant for the rest of the house now. It's locked down. They left, and they only plain viewed what they could, and they're writing a search warrant for the rest of it.
Mm. 'Cause, 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 Yeah, I don't
They
want
also
to.
locked down his northern property. He has a property in Polito.
Yeah.
Which he was interrogated by Dark, and when asked about the Polito house, he immediately went super aggro.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Wait, what's in the
None of the
Polito
people
house?
involved, we have no idea.
Oh, I want
I
to.
do know that
Mhm.
I used to work out of that house when I was in C4. It
Yeah.
used to be owned by Alec Birkin, and that was a grow house. Very long house, very deep, and a power station dedicated just to it. Problem is that that property hasn't paid electric bills since July, so we can't tell how much it's pulling. I mean, I could go up there and check, but whenever Dark brought it up in interrogation, he immediately went, nobody's talking about that house. I'm not talking about that house. Nobody related to this house has anything to do with that house. The people in that house are not related to this at all.
Yeah.
And immediately, I mean, like, got super defensive, really deflecting on everything. So something in that house he does not want Dark to see.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm a little torn on this because it's it
Oh, I get you. I do.
it's like a fucking news camera, and I'm imagining police kicking in doors and be like, LSPD, where's my fucking camera? It just seems like very like you can do it, but it seems very odd. And it
Oh, I agree, but it's very on brand for Dark.
yeah, I hesitate also to wonder like what this does beyond that, right? Now, once again, like for me, it's points of articulation as well. And so is it stolen goods? Yes. Are you trying to recover it? Sure. But
It's a felony.
you're sort of, it's really ignoring and avoiding exhausting any other option. And for me, a raid is kind of like a pretty big thing.
Yeah.
And
Of course, Dark was like, it's a felony.
because let me ask you a
It's Grand
question
Theft.
here,
Although
right?
I hate Grand Theft right now.
And let me ask you this question here, right? Is okay, Richard, you and I agree that he's not going to lie about this.
Right.
So now in a hypothetical, is it because he's a law enforcement officer it is raiding? What if tomorrow someone gives you a serial number, say, I just bought this and someone put this in this person's house, right? Is that the differentiating factor?
That it's Dark, or that
No.
compared to somebody else?
I'm a civilian. I purchase a camera. I show the receipt. I've got a photo of the thing. I go and I say, hey, someone stole this. Look, here's the serial number. You can see it in the house. Do you rate it? Not you specifically, but per this, like, what is, if you were to weigh that warrant and this warrant, what is the...
I mean, if you have proof of ownership, things like that, and they don't have a way to get to it, I really don't see why not. If we have probable cause for it, if they have proof of ownership, they have proof that it's been stolen, they have proof of location.
I'm sorry, do you agree with this or not? Because you said you wouldn't do it.
In a way. I mean, I would do it, but I was going to say I wouldn't do it unless I had proof of ownership. But you're saying they have proof of ownership, receipts and everything. Yeah. They show a timeline.
I would
proof
not
of
want us
ownership
to
is
do
what's hard.
anything along these lines because I think I'd get I don't know. This seems wrong. Look, I think for
I wouldn't
me,
waste my time with it. That's a local PD problem, but
yeah, I don't know. It
if I was
depends
just
on
my
the
lowly
criminality.
LSPD officer self, I probably would.
Yeah. It seems just so, for me, what it is like, where's the evidence of Dion doing any crime? I don't know.
Well, it's not that Dion. That's not the point, though. The point isn't that Dion committed a crime. It's that evidence of a crime is inside this house, and the crime is grand theft.
There are things we don't do in this city that I need to stop, and this is one of those things that I would never want us to do. And just kind of keep that in mind, and that's what I'm trying to instill on you.
Oh no, trust me, I understand that part.
Okay, good. If this individual we had a pattern belief, and the circumstances were dire, and we're using this as a means to, discover other, like, let's say, very similar to a, like a pretextual stop, very similar to what, so I'll paint you an example, like very similar to what we are currently doing with Happy the Clown's property, right? Enemy of the state finding sign of Ming having been held there and extending that warrant based on the findings inside the house to get to his other property, because we believe that there's going to be more evidence of him possibly being held there prior. But with Dion, it's like, well, where's his criminality? Why is the FBI knocking the doors down for a fucking camera? Like it doesn't jive. It seems grossly excessive and very open to abuse going forward. So I want to be clear. I don't particularly think that Dark is thinking down those lines, but standards exist for a reason. It's not for the specifics of who's done it, but rather if that same logic is applied to the next thing, right? If someone else were to do it, how do you weigh one versus the other?
No,
What
I
makes
agree.
it right in one case, but not right in the second, right? So,
The circumstances.
yeah. Okay, easy. All right. Anyways,
Although, come on, you
what
have to
else
admit,
came out
that's
of
a
this?
little- Oh, that's it so far. He's locked down the northern property and the mirror part. Like I said, this is all being run by Dark. I was just watching because Dion was involved.
Yeah.
Helen Bach and all that. Oh, Dark's calling me right now, actually. Do you mind if I take it?
Yeah. Keep this private. Let them do what they
Of
want.
course.
Yeah.
Hi,
All right.
Dark. Absolutely. What can
I was thinking on it, and I realized, like, I don't want to rain on Dark's parade by any means, or do I think this is like a Dark thing? I'm just kind of thinking on it, and then I realized, whoa, this is sick. Fuck yeah, we got Dion. And then I thought on it some more, and I realized I don't know if I'd be comfortable with that. I think I'll throw up a case law. Yeah, possibly. For me, for a cop to lose something that is of personal ownership, it's not PD equipment, it's personal ownership, and you raid over that personal ownership absent any other information with someone that is fully clean, is very excessive to me. And the just because something is legal doesn't mean you do it. Just as if someone pits you at 100 miles an hour and we can legally shoot them, does that mean that we shoot them? Do you understand that? And I don't give a fuck that. Stop using streamer names with your autism in my chat. Have a good day. I'm talking in character with my personal perspective. We don't need any fucking weird champs popping up. Some of you guys, can I be real with you? Some of you guys have the hoppers have such high levels of autism that whatever Discord you're coming from or whatever has made you decide to finally type something in my chat, get it regulated with medication, because this is just role play. It's not that serious. And like the amount of I can't even get a fucking thought out in role play without you losing your fucking mind. I get it. You might be slamming your fucking head against a wall over it. It's not that deep. It's not that deep, you fucking weirdos. It's crazy. Let the streamer talk. You don't gotta watch this stream. It's fine. Bitch. Jesus. Yeah. Holy fucking Jesus Christ. It's okay for me to have a differing opinion, especially on a character in roleplay. It doesn't require fucking... Jesus. Like, no one's sitting here being like, yo, Sock 22 is a bad person, right? Yo. Yeah, the guy's a great guy, all right? And just because Brian may not, and in turn, dasMEHDI may not, is assessing whether he agrees with something, it's okay. It's not that deep. Jesus, fuck. Night.
Hey, it's Flores.
Hey, Flores. How you doing? I'll bring it up in a second.
I just wanted a second opinion on something super quick. So, obviously, Violet wants to press charges because she got peed on. Do you think I should... I got the video. He obviously is peeing on Trey Smoke as well. I could definitely push charges for the peeing on Trey, too. I was going to say, should I speak with him first?
Wait, who's your command member?
I think it's either Springfield or Blunt.
Yeah. Have a chat with either of them and see what their thoughts are.
Okay, gotcha.
All right.
All right, thanks, man.
I don't care what another streamer thinks, nor do I want some like retard that can't, regulate their own medication to be popping into my chat room, giving me their 2 cents, putting up streamer names. You make it weird. Kiss yourself. Please don't do it in my chat room. Go back to your whatever Discord you've come from, especially like 3 minutes into into me giving my thoughts and assessing for my own self what my thoughts are on the matter. It's not that fucking deep. But anyways, for a second here, I thought we had Eason sitting in chat. So anyways, what's his name? Fucking zombie, right? Fucking hyper philosophical analysis of like in character, like fucking legal norms. Like, bro, fucking relax. Jesus fuck. the guy posts like fucking, look at this. Anyways, all right. Here we go. Holy fuck. What can of worms did we open up? Just as we can legally, quite literally legally shoot someone at 100 miles an hour, Like if someone pits us at 100 miles an hour and we can shoot them quite legally, and yes, it could go to court, and yes, it could do X, Y, and Z, and yes, da 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 da. Regardless of who wrote the warrant, because someone wrote it, someone then signed it on multiple levels, I am allowed to have a differing opinion. And in my opinion, I think it is very excessive. And I, in character, think that kicking the doors in of someone, I don't think a law enforcement officer that has lost personal property, which that is, should be writing their own raid warrant, which is already a big question mark, for a singular item absent anything else, should be utilizing that to kick someone's doors in without any additional reason for it, right? Just like RICO being applied to a mafia boss for tax evasion. The tax evasion is done because there's a lot of supporting evidence that they are involved in all these other things. So it's not just you're raiding them over or looking into their finances for the tax evasion. It's because you've got a lot of other supporting evidence beyond just speculation as to why you're using that as a legal kick-in. Now, I myself have thought Dion is like corrupt as shit for a very long time, but we don't really have any recorded evidence of that. So to do it for a camera, I don't agree with that. And as a member of high command who has to make those decisions and is, for those who are too foolish to recognize this, we are responsible to provide those opinions in character, right? Because we are responsible for ensuring what the lines are. Now, it's entirely possible that some of you guys may not know that, but that is quite literally a role that and responsibility you take on being a leader of the police department. Just like tomorrow, if I start giving a thumbs up to, cops shooting people at 100 miles an hour just because I feel like it, and I'm like, yo, it's legal, doesn't mean I'm not going to get a foot stuck up my ass. That doesn't mean that my opinion is like the final end all be all, but I can set those standards. I can have those opinions. And if it bothers any of you individuals, not from my community, I don't know what to tell you other than advise you to, seek shelter elsewhere, including but not limited to a doctor, because the shit ain't that deep, man. It really isn't. So, and if anything, and I think this is a very important thing, this very conversation, this very icy debate is not only necessary, but should have been happening a long time ago on a number of topics. So anytime you sit back and you're like, why are these things happening, or this, that, and third, it's because it hasn't been happening enough. And it used to be the standard, and it's always been the standard. So, there you go. Anyways, sorry for making that a bigger rant, but retard Andy's decided to kind of hop on in. That was fucking weird. Yeah, exactly. No one's sitting here and saying fuck dark or making it weird, turning into streamer names. If you're taking it that way, that's a personal mental issue. Chat, how bad is the stream right now? Is it good? I don't see any drop frames on my side. Is it a kick thing? It's good now? Okay. Yeah, it also depends what you're interpreting a raid as, right? For me, from a mentalistic perspective of like, what I'm imagining is when you lock down a property, I imagine that there's local police holding it down. I also imagine that when you're raiding, you're like kicking the doors and you're like, oh, PD! For a fucking stolen camera, someone should be knocking on the door and being like, hello, or like calling them up and being like, hey, we know you have this. Are you gonna give it to us? And they're like, hey, and you have that. But to go and like, yo, FBI, open up for a fucking camera is unreal to me, right? And that's okay if you know, someone feels otherwise. But, you know, going back to it, you know, it's also not that deep. You know, I feel like I just called someone's mother a cunt, like another streamer. Like, I feel like I fucking just, like, the reaction from these random names that just popped in kind of felt like I just talked shit about another streamer just now. You know? Fuck me, bro. No, it wasn't. It was a regular news camera. Chad, by the way, this is similar to why I muted my conversation earlier, yesterday evening with Springfield. Yeah, last night. Yeah. Because that was a much more serious conversation. This one wasn't even that deep. Yeah, it is. Oh, look who's around. Oh, wait. Let me go. He said it was, I completely got distracted by this. Chat, I miss, Twitch needs to bring back that feature that Kick needs to bring back that feature that shows when you got the multiple suspicious fucking usernames, because you end up getting rid of one and these fucking dumb fucks will go make another. It's like, yo, fucking where did he say exactly? I don't remember. said directly across the street. You need to walk slow. Oh, it might be like a little bit underground. Oh, he's right. Oh my fucking God. Oh, look at this. I did find the weapons. So it turns out if you like throw something into a bush, you gotta really, really kind of like move your way towards it before you pick it up.
Hey, stop! What the hell?
Yeah, these got to be old. Weapons found in bush at ADMC apartments. These are old and rusted. No. Those. Trace. Location.
On the combination of the stance he was in with the sort of spread stance, wide shoulders, combined with.
Oh my God!
I'm not positive that there was a zipping sound, but there was the sound of urination. Then he did also squat on him as well. And certainly sounded and smelled like he was defecating on him.
Okay, so you were able to ascertain via sounds and other not so fun things that there was urination and defecation. Did you observe any reactions from other people that aligned with yours or would point to what was going on?
Yes, there were certainly people on both sides, as well as in the peanut gallery, gasping, making surprised exclamations, just because it was unsportsmanlike. And as soon as I saw what he was doing, I started telling him, stop, it's unsportsmanlike. We'd already agreed it's over as soon as he's on the ground.
Mm-hmm. And did he stop?
Not until he was finished.
Ooh.
And then he walked back over towards the defense table.
I do have a recording of the events that transpired, and towards the end of it, I did hear you start to issue contempt. Did you issue contempt?
I told him it was going to be 2 charges of contempt. And for his contempt, I had him clean the courtroom in front of everyone before we continued the proceeding. Okay.
So ultimately, he was issued 2 counts of contempt, and you would say that was directly as a result of urination and defecation, or was it?
Yes.
Okay.
1 count of contempt for each unsportsmanlike act that was taken after the conclusion of the fight.
Yeah, number 1 and number 2.
Yeah.
Charges of contempt, of course. Was there anyone? I know you said your view was partially obstructed. Did you observe anyone else close enough to Trey to also be hit?
Dude, these fucking answers are fucking amazing.
There was no one else in between the bench and the desk that the plaintiff and defendant are behind. Prosecution and defense. Unless it was very, very splashy, but then it probably would have splashed all the way up to the bench too, and it didn't.
Mm-hmm. So, referring back to the recording that I have, and I can show you this if you like, and I don't want you to relive anything you don't want to, but I can show you this, and we can kind of walk through your observations here as well. But one thing I will preface is that in the recording, an EMS does go over to try and treat Mr. Smoke, and unfortunately is what I believe to be close enough to be hit. And it was expressed to me that she was in fact hit, but she was also crouching down trying to treat Mr. Smoke.
What the fuck?
I didn't think she had gotten past the desk before he started all that, but she may have been very quick rushing up to at that point. I'll admit my focus was on Mr. Charles and trying to get him to stop his behavior.
I understand.
Yo, this is not.
Yeah,
bro. How serious her voice is giving these answers and how proper it is makes this so much better.
Just run right in and try to break it up. Yeah. Based on both the legislation of mutual combat and the actions of the EMS in question, it did seem like they were acting as that sort of barrier once the individual became incapacitated. What I can do now, it's less than 3 minutes of footage. So if you're okay with it, I'd like to send you it and kind of talk me through both your reaction to it and how things kind of align with your observations, if that's all right.
Yeah, no, I'll gladly review it. That'll be a chance to sort of refresh myself on it, because it's been basically a week since the case now. So
Gotcha.
Wait, is that real?
Okay, so just for the recording's sake, for those that may be listening along, I am now going to be sending the... Sorry, I'm trying to find it.
Wait, it's real?
1 second.
I'm going to look at that, Dave.
I'm going to be sending the recording of the events.
I'm enjoying this too much.
To Angela now via text. We just spoke over the phone, so I have your number here. There is the recording. Should have just received it to your text messages.
All right, let me grab that.
I could also edit in the audio of the recording for this as well.
We're gonna watch it after this.
All right. So fight starts, and I go over the rules. When they're starting to fight, everyone is still behind the desk, behind the fence and all.
Wait.
Oh, there was the accidental hit of, I think, Prosecutor Sparks when they were, like, they got disoriented and were following each other. I've not gotten to that bit yet, though.
I did notice someone in the back part get hit. I believe it might have been an LSPD officer, but as we approach that part of the video, we can confirm.
All right. So there's still okay. There was okay. There were the two stray hits. The LSPD officer that's closest to the opening in the fence behind the defense side, next to Jeb, it looks like, as well as Marshall Sparks, both caught strays when he was reorienting himself.
Yes, Marshall Sparks did catch a stray.
Jesus.
Yeah, there's the part where they run behind the bench.
You don't need to pause, but just out of curiosity, is that normal behavior?
This is so good.
Behind the bench?
No, I've never seen people run like bitches, for lack of a better term. Like he was trying to use physical barrier to. Okay, there's the first knockdown, but he's not out yet. And there he's down. So I call it. Okay, I do see Violet approaching now. And yeah, okay, so oh my, I did not see Violet there until I saw this view. My God.
Yeah. She was front and center, unfortunately.
Yes. Oh God.
I'm just letting the audio finish on my end.
Absolutely.
Okay, so just finished the audio on my end.
With where I was behind the bench, I could not see Violet kneeling there.
No, that's quite all right. I wanted to give you clarifying context, especially considering you're here of your own volition, and just show you what the camera captured as well. Did you ultimately rule on the mutual combat as to who was, let's say, a winner and a loser?
Well, the winner and the loser of the mutual combat's inherent as soon as the person goes down. The winner's whoever's still on their feet.
I see.
I believe, actually right before he started urinating, I went ahead and called the mutual combat over, and that Mr. Charles was the winner.
I see. And then, of course, as you've already stated,
bro, I did not expect to walk into
not
this
so
today.
savory acts happen.
Yeah.
You issued
and
two
I am
counts of
tapped in
contempt.
right now.
Part of the contempt was to clean up the mess he made. Were there any other requirements for the charges of contempt?
That was it for that. You know, everyone in the courtroom was cautioned to behave, maintain decorum after that. So if I had realized that he had urinated on the EMS as well, I would have gone ahead and just done what the contempt charges were going to be for everybody, which I think was $20K in 10 months or something along those lines. I figured it out with the other judges before the trial even started.
Yeah, I understand. And look, I mean, that bench that you sit on when you do these cases is obviously large, and I understand that your view is obstructed. So please don't think that we're asking, you know, oh, why didn't you?
No,
Or why didn't you do this?
I feel awful for Violet now, though.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate that someone who was just trying to do their part in the mutual combat is.
Yo, comedy is so much better, like,
afflicted
when you have something like this than just cheap shit.
That
just the
pretty
scenario
much
is
wraps
so
up
fucking
all of the
good.
questions I have as to
This is gonna be the
what you
best court
observed,
case.
what you kind of, how you guided the mutual combat as the one presiding over it. Is there anything else you'd like to add to this recording as part of your conversation with me today?
I believe that's all. I'm definitely going to have to find a better vantage point if I have any other mutual combat in my courtroom, so I can make sure I can see better what's happening. Because
Yeah, again, I do not fault you for this. Bobby's actions are his own, as we know. And the fight was already over, as you said, which I did observe in the video before speaking with you, so.
yeah, but I was the one presiding over it, and I should have seen that the more it happened.
I understand. Listen, if anyone should feel guilty, it's Bobby. So.
Oh, yeah, but he seems like he has no shame over it. Anyone who'd do that in a crowded courtroom has no shame.
I would agree. Alrighty, this is 007 Flores going to be concluding this interview at 2:59 Eastern, Saturday, January 17th, 2026. Okay, we are all set.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you speaking with me. It's not the most fun topic, unfortunately, but yeah, I mean, man just needs to keep it to himself, you know?
Yeah, or go out and find a tree, or use an actual proper toilet.
Yeah. Somehow that's not the bar. And you would think that as grown adults, the bar would be to recuse yourself to the restroom. But anywho,
yeah.
I appreciate you lending some of your time today.
No,
should we have any
absolutely.
follow-up questions, I will reach back out. Should you have any follow-up questions, you can always reach back out to me. You now have my number. And yeah, thank you again.
No, absolutely. Anything y'all need from me, just let me know. I'm probably going to be spottily around until Wednesday, but then after Wednesday, I'll be back around more like I usually am.
Sounds good, Angela. Thank you.
Okay.
I'll see you out of here.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. Take this notice down, and I will get you your knuckle dusters once we're out here.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
All right.
Thank you very much, Angela.
All right.
Thank you. Y'all have a
You
good
stay
day.
safe. And
You
hey,
You too.
stay strong. That's only heard some of that, and that sounded awful.
I wasn't aware of most of it until I saw that video, because I thought it was just unsportsmanlike conduct towards his opponent. I didn't realize he was actually getting a government employee too. So that's
Yeah.
I'm gonna have
That's
to
why we're
Violet a
looking
gift
into it, you know?
basket.
Yeah. All right.
Thank y'all for looking
Yeah.
into it. Y'all have a good day.
You too.
Absolutely, you too.
There's a video.
Yeah, you want to see it?
Yes. What the fuck?
Ursula was recording the whole thing.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, I wanted to respect the fact that she said she couldn't see it, but in order to, you know, strengthen my position a little bit, I figured showing it to her and like recording her reaction would prove more like not it wouldn't fix any sort of problem because I don't think it's a problem. She can only speak to what she saw, but it would strengthen my position a little bit to show it to her and be like, let's get your reaction. And she's like, oh my God, I didn't even realize Violet was in the splash zone. Like that kind of remedied the fact that she said she didn't see Violet. So
let's see this.
Opponent has been knocked to the ground. That is it, and the fight is over. Do both parties understand?
Oh, I understand.
Oh, I understand. Sweep the leg, Bobby! Sweep the leg! Fight dirty!
All right. Fight.
I like a buddy with you with the shoes off.
Yeah, fuck you, Bobby.
Try me, bitch. Try me. Oh, I'm gonna send your ass to Marcus Wade, bitch.
Yeah, go, Bobby. Yeah, Bobby! Get him, Bobby.
And I'm gonna piss on your ass after I'm done wiping the floor with you.
Oh!
Damn, Bobby, you got that.
Bobby, it's a two-piece.
Bobby,
come on. Yeah, two-piece.
Give him the left hook. Give him the left hook.
Little chicken nugget.
Bobby. Down.
Don't show him your back, Bobby.
Bob and weave.
Oh, Bobby loves showing his back. He loves it.
What?
Yeah, keep your dick foot out of this fight.
Try me.
What?
Try me. Come on,
Bobby,
try me,
swing.
bitch. No, you swing. You. Oh, God. Oh, fuck, he's beating my ass.
Hit him with a flying knee. Hit him with a flying knee. Come on. Crafty.
Hit him with the cyclone.
Oh!
Is that it? No.
Oh, that's.
Yeah! Get it, Bobby. Get it. Bobby! You're disappointing us.
Oh, God.
Bobby.
Bobby, what the fuck?
And there goes Bobby.
Come here. Come here, Bobby. Bobby, fix Bobby! What the heck? Hit and run tactics. Bobby, hit and run. Hit and run.
Out of my way.
Don't you dare swing there.
Come back here, Bobby.
Stop running like a little bitch.
All right, we're gonna keep it right here in front of the bench.
Choke him out like the EMS.
That's really not funny.
Can we just fucking stop, please?
Actually pretty funny.
You
Oh,
jealous
yeah! Yeah!
Very effective.
Yeah, Bobby! Bobby, come on, Bobby, man.
Oh, yeah, you better
on
the. Get ready!
Yeah!
He actually won. He actually won.
Oh, here it
Bobby
comes.
was successful in the mutual combat.
Oh,
Are we
look,
safe?
it's the
Oh,
Daily-
boy.
Daily State Marshal State of Emergency.
Oh, wait. Oh, what the
Bobby,
fuck?
that is contempt. That is one count of contempt.
Oh, boy.
And that
Jesus fucking. Oh, my fucking God. What the fuck did I just see?
yeah, it's like some shit that people would pay for on the fucking dark web.
You never know. I mean, is this what the archivist wants?
I guess. I don't know.
Jesus. All
Listen,
right.
people are getting fucking shot like right
Yep.
down the block. I don't know what's going on.
We should only attach
like-
if there's.
Yeah, no, they got hella units
Yeah.
just like happening right near us.
It's something I gotta like get re-engaged with us there, which is if PD's got a lot of units, we should only do it if we're really trying to stretch our legs.
Yeah.
Because we are
I know,
constantly needing our own marshals for all this heavy shit.
Yeah, exactly. I think Tyga's there, but otherwise I think we're all right.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right, I'm gonna get out there, yeah? If you need me, let me know.
Alrighty, man. I'll see you around.
495 10-8. I forgot. I need to interrogate Alfonso. Alfonso, the bomb maker. I forgot. Yeah, I completely blanked that was something we were going to be doing. Oh, wait. Actually, let me pull in. Okay. Oh, wait. Wait, did I not put the guns away? I did put the guns away. Wait, why is it not popping up with anything? Okay, there we go. How hot were these guns? Oh, boy. No! No! My fucking report! Okay, these were never seen previously. I'm gonna get Snow to come around, and I think we start talking military shit today. Around today, let's talk mil certs. Okay, cool. What is this?
Things are left on your.
Channel 2 need additionals.
What's this black vehicle Portsmouth contain Davis?
Oh my God, Rosner!
Stand by, my radio's fucked up.
I think we can bang out a lot in an hour.
Black car that's still rolling eastbound Carson. What's the RO?
Let's do it. While we got chance, today's a perfect day.
That car before on Davis, slow and rolling as well.
Snow's gonna come around. Hey, whose car is this? Brother, that conversation yesterday.
Oh, that was hurting my head, man. I feel
Yeah.
bad for you, man.
Yeah. That
I
kind
know
of
you- I
conversation
know you've
happens
dealt with it for
way
years, but my
more.
God.
Oh, it's everyone.
On standby.
The ends the ends justify the means where all of their context doesn't matter. even when it's in your face. You know.
Do you still need
I'm just
assistance
like,
at
man,
Jamestown,
obviously,
Ventura?
we've been around the block for a
haven't-
while, but like, it's like, god damn, man, people just don't learn, and they cry.
No.
The guy's in the seat, hunched over. I'm like, bro.
Salutation.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's
how are you, buddy? You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. You know, not too bad. Enjoying myself. Good Saturday. This is the first Saturday I've been around for first day in like what feels like 2 weeks, where I've been around for 3 hours and I'm not having the beginning of a migraine.
Oh my god, bro! I'm sorry. Jesus, is that because you stay awake a million hours every day, or
that is
you have
what
a
people
signal?
blame it on, but the reality is,
I know you're built different, low key, so I get
Yeah.
that, but I'll make sure you're good though. You know?
No, it's not so much a sleep thing. It's a lot of the crazy shit that happens. Like only a handful of people actually take it serious, if that makes sense, at the level it
Oh,
should
it
be.
does.
So,
100%, yeah.
you know,
places getting bombed and shit like that. all this
yeah,
crazy shit. Yeah.
Oh, everything will
Scary,
get
man.
bombed, and then there'll be 3 cops solving that thing for the rest of the day, while the rest are fucked off with their going on the next bank truck. So, but
Yeah. Well, I'm glad. It seemed like the marshals a little different, so I'm glad you got that shit going for you, brother.
yeah, we're you know, things are going pretty good. You know, we got Oh yeah, I got a post on that. Sassum is hiring.
Yeah, we should join low key.
We should, man. Get a little expungement.
Well, I don't know if I'd hire y'all, but if you know anyone, you know, real close, you let me know. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Oh shit.
I
Okay.
appreciate that,
Okay.
Brian.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We get like a finder's fee, like a little bonus, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, thank you. You know what I mean?
Ooh, that is
Hell
nice.
Yep, hell yeah.
Brian, you
Maybe
don't know
maybe a
anybody
little
selling a house,
salutations
do you?
for maybe.
I
Little
don't.
sacrifice.
I need to do that myself, actually.
Damn it.
Fuck,
Oh god, don't be like Pred and Angel and using state money to fucking buy a house, or everybody else that has a mechanic business.
Wait, what do you mean? I don't
No,
think
I'm
they
just
used
saying.
state money, did they?
50, I don't know, 15 million is what I heard their bid was. That's just a shit ton of money. You have anywhere near that? You gotta have some money too. How much money you got, Brian?
Listen, I got 4 mil.
God damn.
man.
Okay.
How much work? How
Ballin'.
much work you've done? Though I feel like you should have about 20 though.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Do you not get bonuses or anything when you like figure out some crazy shit nobody else does? Or
We can.
That guy
It's
is
not
weird as fuck.
something.
It's water. Sorry.
I'm not a big fan of what do you call it? Doing bonuses, because I feel like if you're policing, you should be policing.
For the sake of the
And
people, exactly.
you shouldn't be paid extra to do what you should be doing already. I think it creates like a
false narrative and weird shit. Yeah.
Exactly. It encourages those who are just like, oh, cool. Well, I get to keep on doing like low tier work, and you know, I get to remain employed. No, I say, hey, you ain't getting no bonus. You ain't doing your work. You're done. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
But anyways,
I agree with that, Stan.
hell yeah. Well, anyways, I got to get back out there. Good to see you.
Yes, sir. Good to see you,
Y'all stay
brother.
safe.
Take care.
$5.95s.
Oh, I also heard one of the 95. One of them woke up at the hospital, so it's probably just 5.
Well, let's presume there's still 6.
All right, he saw me. He saw me.
Oh, hello, Mr. Knight.
I got a new headline for you.
Oh, God. Okay, what is it now?
Face to face with the devil, and a photograph of Mr. Blue.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus.
Been a busy week, and well, it ended with a bit of a crescendo.
What was this? Was this yesterday?
Yesterday evening. Yep.
What, I haven't heard from him in age, or like seen him in ages, or heard anything he's been doing. Interesting.
He I have my theories. I think my theory being that there's a lot of history that has been lost when it comes to the Faceless, the majority of which I've only heard from Brandon Valentino, and very little from those who have turned away from the Faceless. I think in many ways, I think they wish to, you know, take them down themselves with it, whatever their vigilante groups is, whether it's Edgar, the Besties, etc., etc. But I had a very intimate series of conversations with some folks yesterday and came to learn that there have been people going to the PD providing information since the very beginning. Unfortunately, there was no records kept.
No, really,
yeah.
like
it was.
How far back are we talking? Like
We're
a year
talking
ago?
like at the start.
Oh my God.
And it shocked me to a degree, right? I mean, I've known that report writing has been like something too many have avoided. So it may seem like, hey, you know, why are you shocked, right? But the thing is, I wasn't expecting, even at the degree that I came to learn, things were sort of ignored. It was beyond what I'd initially expected, you know?
Don't even. It's yeah, like you say, it's not. I guess it's not shocking, but it's very disappointing to hear.
I believe, and I think this is a theory, is that where has Mr. Blue been? Why is it that, and as I learned this story going way far back, it turns out that Mr. Blue used to be the one that used to interface. There was no Charlie at the time. And then Mr. Blue used to speak directly with folks like Edgar and Brandon when they initially began their foothold before the Echelon building came to be.
Yeah,
and that took me aback.
Yeah, it's funny, Brian. I've heard so much information this week. I'm trying to remember the particulars, but we've actually heard something not too dissimilar this week for the first time as well.
I think at some level, Mr. Blue knows it's not safe for him to go to the Echelon anymore. 2 reasons. 1, the pressure that is now being placed on the Faceless. The war has advanced so far that they are scared. And yes, it is true that they're very powerful. But it doesn't mean that a powerful beast cannot sometimes be afraid. And I think the fact that they now rely on these assault teams, yes, it is a show that they are further encroached, but it also is a sign that they do not have the support of the people as much as they did prior. And I think that the amount of weaponry, yes, it is an expansion of what their capabilities have expanded, and that is a showcase of it, but it is also a sign of fear that they need more. Because every moment in the last 2 weeks, from Ming Jintai to the meeting we disrupted last night. We are finding them. And that's why I don't think Mr. Blue cares to stay here any longer. And why Charlie acts as his arbiter. Well, arbiter is the wrong word. His intermediary.
Yeah, that all seems like it makes sense. I can't kind of lines up with what you were saying. I can't get away from the feeling that Charlie, whenever he talks to me and Nora, it's always he likes throwing things in our faces, like things that can't be stopped, like the sleeping giant and the echelon, and giving us that video. He hasn't spoken to us now for probably, well, to me, for like 3 or 4 days. I can't shake the feeling that whenever he does that, it's because he's in the process of doing something that can be stopped.
I think that is accurate. I know last week I didn't have much time. Genuinely, this past week was so taxing that yesterday I contemplated whether I should keep doing it.
Really, that bad?
Some say that it's the amount of time I put in, that I'm around too much and I need the rest, and there is some truth to that. But the constant battle of just getting support, even just from the PD, not on a personal level, but in terms of assisting when it's needed. But that said, I also have been feeling quite the pressure of seeing what should be allies now fighting the faces only for their selfish desires. So much so that we have them contacting the faces to thwart us despite them being their enemies. Now, I'm going to tell you this mostly for your own sake, and this is not something I want publicized because it is only going to make matters worse.
You know, whenever you make that clear, we won't publicise it.
This specific bit, at least. I don't want the public to know that I question myself every day. But there's a second thing, and this is in case you get... We had... You know Ming's was kidnapped. We saved him. And then the besties broke him out of that safe house that we were watching to prevent the faceless from grabbing him again, and they dumped his fucking body in front of the hospital.
Who is this? Sorry, this is Ming.
Ming's body, correct. The one that is
Jesus.
currently attached to medical equipment. And the second is an operation conducted the next day. They made contact with Charlie to give away our positions as we were trying to disarm and analyze those radars. And I can say this with certainty. And then yesterday, you'll learn that an individual, ex-Darkstone, that we were protecting from the Faceless, he died while because they tried to infiltrate us. I had one of them sitting in my fucking car, taking all the attention away while we tried to ensure this individual's safety. And I'm telling you this mostly as a be careful. There are individuals that say they're against the Faceless but their reasons are so selfish they're willing to throw away every ally. And I'm not expecting any kind of alliance or any kind of anything beyond self-sabotage. All I'm asking for is preventing us from all self-sabotaging ourselves. I just don't want the same to end up happening to you, right? So, but please don't publicize that. But yesterday, while I was questioning everything, a different set of individuals that do have this shared commonality directed me to a location where I saw Mr. Blue surrounded by four individuals in black suits, black masks, I believe to be his security, on a tugboat. I'll provide you with the photo if you'd like. And present were anywhere from 8 to 10 faceless assets, some of which whose identity we are aware of. They were 2 miles off the coast of Toledo. So the question becomes, number one, what has brought Mr. Blue back? And number two, what happens next? And the third is that I received a phone call with the archivist who now claims that there is something that both him and the faceless are working on. I don't know what that thing is, but he too was at that meeting. Now, those later details probably should be kept close. I think it's okay to notate to the public that the faceless are now working with the archivist on something, but perhaps not the particulars of it. Just so it doesn't raise panic. I know I'm dumping a lot on your plate here, Frank, and it'll be a lot for you to think about, but oh no, what if Frank died, chat? How much of that did you hear?
I thought we were having like a really tense silence together for
no,
a solid 2 minutes. I was talking. The last thing I said was last thing I said was about Darkstone, and then after that I didn't hear nothing. I thought I had you deep in thought. I would have loved that monologue.
Shit. Maybe we meet again. I'm going to give you a call. I'm here working on mill training. So,
yes,
you know what?
absolutely.
Let me upload you what I stated, because I had finished my thoughts, and we'll pick it up from there.
It sounded so much like a game show back home called Countdown.
It did. Well, we'll talk soon, Frank, and there's some other things I want to mention to you.
Okay, yeah,
all right.
No problem. I'll be around for a while, so just let me know when you need this.
Easy. Chat with you soon.
Okay, see you soon.
Take care. I fucking love the look of this.
Yeah, I know. It looks sick. Yeah, it's unmistakable now. I don't think anyone can.
No.
Enemy. I don't think so. Anyway.
This blue is just so fucking nice.
Yeah. Yep. Matches my helmet and my vest. It's very nice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
So I know that there are individuals that want to do some APC training.
All right.
Those that obviously, I think there's another training lesson coming Monday. I think y'all are doing something. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, my week has been kind of all over the place for various reasons. So.
I'm going to find out if I can get you access to give plane licenses specifically for PD, right? And this sets us up because we can't even fly our VTOL or whatever, right?
True. Yeah, that's the. I've been trying to resolve that. Schedules are tricky though with the individuals that are able to give them. So.
I
know there's a few definitely need access.
And what could it be eventually, jets? All right.
Yeah. Yeah, happy to do that.
I think
do you need me to do. Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, do you need me to do specific training around that stuff, or do you just want me to be able to issue? Okay, I got you. Excellent. Yeah, I'm very happy to do that.
I think the one thing that I like to also get everyone aware of, and I'll give you the privilege of sending out the announcement whenever you're ready, is we're expecting sort of a high standard from every one of our military certed individuals. And I put a lot of thought behind this. Is there is a fine line between us holding tools away from folks and holding it over their head unnecessarily, but a certain line of expectation so that every member of that cert holder throughout San Andreas knows that if this person's got our back, like, you know, it's not a clown, right? And this is not to say that I'm expecting, you know, individuals that can't joke this, that, and the third, but I think certain expectations are necessary, especially when shit hits the fan, right?
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
Right. A small, tight unit has constantly succeeded recently. We found Mr. Blue yesterday.
Ooh.
On a tugboat. Meeting up with assets surrounded by what I presume to be his, like, security guards.
Interesting.
When we caught Ming, found Ming, I should say, being transported and saved him, there was only 8 of us. 8. Tracked him for an hour. And the reason I bring up those scenarios is in the very same way, only a handful of us are needed to properly handle these circumstances, right?
Yep.
2 good operators in an APC, 2 pilots, maybe 2 co-pilots. That's all you need. And everyone else, they just fall into place. So, want to take a spin? I'd like to hear your thoughts on like rollout. I think getting the admin stuff out of the way is probably the best. You've seen the training email. I was kind of thinking having one separate for each cert. Air, heli.
Oh, you want that? Okay.
Oh, if you don't mind speaking up. Hello.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yep.
All right,
I was thinking like air separate, like, I don't know. What do you think a heli and a plane are should be one or separated?
I think they're 2 very different things. They have different skills around them, different understandings for how the flight systems work, for how the weapon systems work. Yeah, I think it'd be better to keep those 2 separate. Purely, I know they're both there, but for me, I mean, flying a helicopter is very, very different than flying a plane. Helicopters are a lot easier than a plane in this city. Elsewhere, I would say not so much, but in this city, they're very much easier than a plane is. And the reason for that is just how you fly them. This helicopter can defy physics. I can't roll it over. You know, you can roll a plane over, etc., etc. There's just various things like that that make it just so that it's just not really, it's not very difficult. But with a plane, you know, you have to understand distancing. You have to understand how far your weapon systems reach. Obviously, if there's missiles involved, that's a whole other ball game. You know, with depending on what kind of weapon systems there are. Yeah, for me, it definitely must be separate. What the fuck is that in front of us? Do you see that?
Mm-mm.
It's like an oil thing or something.
Oh, the barge. Yeah, that's been there for a minute.
Random.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think keeping those separate would be a good thing. The land stuff, I'd say easier to keep it all packed into one.
Agreed.
I don't really know much about the APCs we have, to be honest. I know there's an anti-air trailer, and then there's one with 30 mil cannons on it, right? Is that
Yes. And we have the propensity of getting more.
correct? That's a good word.
It is, especially because it's like, well, we can get it. We can get close to being more possible for getting it.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
So, okay. I like the separation between the plane and the heli and the land stuff. If eventually we get a tank, we could call it armor. We could, whatever the names are. I think we should have its own, channels, you know, for them.
Yeah,
but they all fall under the umbrella of a mil cert.
Yep.
And so I'll tell you what I'm like thinking, and don't feel like I'm saying this is how it's got to be done. This is just my blue sky idea. Is that when you get a cert, you are getting mil certed as a first step. What people have today is fine, right? But for future looking, there is the mil cert. The mil cert or being mil certed means you have one of the certs. But there is the shared commonality of being mil certed. So one person can be armor certed, another one, say, air certed. But they are both mil certed. And the mil cert is your expectations with comms, demeanor, etc. Why? Because your air must operate with your armor, right? And so do the comms between the two.
Very
and
true. Yeah.
I
completely agree with that.
I don't expect us to end up in Chernobyl or Chernarus, you know, like battling it out
fucking hope not.
with this squad, right? Especially given it's much more complicated, you know, scenarios that take place over there. However, I think that could be the closer we're able to get there within reason, I think is interesting of a concept, right?
I agree.
Armor setting up defensive positions and helis knowing their positions, knowing to use them as a defensive shield, right?
Very true. I mean, the armored is essentially the support for the air, you know, and the air is the support for the ground. They each work hand in hand to get different things done. I mean, if you look at any kind of military operation, you can see it's a coordination between land, sea, and air most of the time with modern stuff, right?
100%.
The air is always going to be the shock and awe. The land is always going to be move in and absolutely flatten everything. But it will be peppered first by the air, air assets. And then sea can assist with artillery. Obviously, we're not going to have that, but that's kind of what that
Well, we
would be.
can actually. Why not?
What? Actually? We can get a destroyer.
Oh, I thought you
destroyer.
meant like, you know, like the gun-mounted water units.
I mean, that would be awesome, to be honest. I mean, like, we've seen a lot of stuff happen over the water, right?
Mhm.
So having that asset on, as land and sea then we have all three, air, land, and sea. Holy shit, that would be sick.
Yeah, it would. And even if that was like, I mean, and water could be more of an accessible thing, right? Like that's not a high bar to reach because you're just driving a damn boat. But you can imagine our infantry, so to speak. And yes, I am kind of sounding like I'm preparing for sanguine, but why not prepare for the worst case because it makes us so much better for the smaller cases.
I agree. I've been of that mindset for a very long time. I like to be prepared for the absolute worst situation possible.
Yeah.
Which is how I handled the jet stuff.
Are we effed, chat?
If you get into a situation, I mean, like we have
Well,
recently, right?
I'll
We have
reset.
these helis and they're fantastic. But if that A10 comes around, we're fucked. So
Exactly.
It's the same kind of thing. So having the prep for something worse is always, I think, smart. But I can understand why. I mean, especially with this equipment, why it's taking
1
time
second,
to
chat.
get things in place and for us to be able to have access to certain things. I can understand that. It's just part of it. It's
That's
politics,
exactly it. It's like one of those things where, chat, is audio better now? It's kind of like one of those things where it's like, I gotta clear my head here in a second. I think my throat is starting to chop up. Shit, what was I gonna say? There's a lot we can do. The best way I can describe it is there's a lot we can do. There's a lot of things that I can get approval for.